So let me just kind of start with what we kind of reference anyway as post-call analytics, which is intelligence. So, you've got all these conversations coming in, all this information can be harnessed, and you can identify agent opportunities from a quality automation perspective. So, the days of like, I listen to 5 interactions, try to go through a tick box process to understand where I'm providing the right customer experience and following through on the training that I've had. That doesn't exist anymore. It shouldn't exist anymore. And kind of back to Spence's point of like, we need to modernize, we need to get the tools upgraded, we need to get there. So like effectively the system can actually review all of that criteria for you on 100% of your interactions and specifically highlight where we're not working. And you kind of see two things, which is you're going to see, where am I falling down systemically? A lot of my agents struggle with this particular thing, and that causes me to take different actions as a leader to go fix those problems, better training, better knowledge articles, better systems, or I have individual opportunities where it's just this particular agent needs better coaching and somebody to lean in and some best practices to work with. And so quality automation, which just takes care of all that heavy lifting up front and just points you directly to the opportunities, is just a huge opportunity in your ability to kind of start to close those gaps. The other one around customer experience is that, with the advent of the predictive modeling, specifically like with CSAT AI, which we do use, we can predict how that consumer would have responded to a survey result for that interaction without ever taking it. Now imagine that, right? So we all know the problems with surveys. Single digit percentage take rates, you get 1s and 5s, and the only people that get you verbatims are not giving you great information. They're usually screaming at you, right? Ultimately, that is just antiquated. So let's talk about new technology. New technology is a predictive score on every interaction that says, how did I do at providing this customer a good experience today? And if I didn't do it, what did I learn from the data that I'm getting on every interaction that helps me course correct, not only with my agent, but what you're also looking for are upstream customer journey friction points that I can go fix. So we talked to many different customers. We talked to one today, which was like, hey, I love this quality automation, but the best phone call is the one I didn't have to take because we just fixed the problem before it ever happened again. And that's the phone call that's the goal. The goal, like, it's interesting for a business that relies on people taking phone calls, we're trying to eliminate those phone calls, the ones that shouldn't exist, the ones that created journey friction. And again, tons of insight on there. So not only is this whole element of like what we can do for agents and understanding how to help them, and then how we can actually help our business understand CX and where to go point their weapons at updating those to get the right outcomes, to get to the things they want. Ultimately, the beautiful evolution of this, though, is how now all that is talking to real time. So everything we just said, I know everything that's going on with the agent. I know everything that's going on with my teams. I know common customer friction points, right? I've got common questions that I know my agents have difficulty answering. So I've got all this information. So now I don't have to wonder how to nudge my agents in real time. I know exactly how to nudge them in real time. So we can actually feed that information back into real time and say, okay, when you get to this step and the customer, says, hey, wait a minute, I have a concern about this. The agent just gets the information they need to help work the customer through that concern, the problem, or their misunderstanding, so that we can actually do that. Or even just simple things like, we tend to forget the customer. They have 3 steps, and we tend to forget the customer about the third one. Well, why would that ever happen in a day of modern technology, which says, pop it in front of the agent and says, you just completed this step. Make sure that you ask the customer to do step 1, step 2, and step 3. And the system literally checks boxes that said, yeah, I went and did that for the customer. And so there's just really tremendous opportunity that we're seeing with what we're calling sort of this idea that all this post-call information is just rich with all this data, and then taking that data to change the way that real-time interacts with the agents, and then ultimately how that can actually inform other agents like automated agents. So really tremendous time in technology, moving at such an incredibly fast rate. It's almost hard to keep track of it all, but it's a lot of fun seeing it come to market.